Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. 2 months ago, I posted on my Instagram that if I got 1 like, I would order this wing that I really wanted, and I would install it on top of a mountain, which my local mountain up here is Skyline. It's basically like Santa Cruz, San Jose, Saratoga area. A lot of car enthusiasts go and drive their cars up there, especially on the weekends. And I decided, why not install it somewhere that's more challenging than my driveway and install it on top of a mountain, and I could check that off my bucket list that I didn't know I need to have, which is installing a car part in random locations. So this is going to be the start. I'm installing car mods in random locations you guys want me to do. Why not start on top of a mountain? I have the wing right here. This is an artisan style carbon fiber wing. I actually ordered it from AliExpress. And let me tell you guys why I decided to order a replica versus the real one. So we're gonna be installing the wing up in Skyline, but I already took some pre-measures and I drilled the holes just because I wanted to make sure everything lined up correctly. I believe there's like 7 to 8 of these, and you just pop them out. You could use anything, a little pick tool, flathead, or a panel removal tool. I'm just sliding it out and you're exposed to all this. Right here is my light bar for the rear. If you guys want to check out some of the other videos of how to remove some of this stuff, links down below. Pretty simple, just has these 6 bolts everywhere, and I show a very thorough DIY video how to do everything. This is how the little pop clips look like. Pretty much look like that, and then you just pop them out and then they get released. Another thing is I do have my trunk wrapped, so it's making it a little bit easier, especially with all these little scratches I've done. I'm using masking tape to pretty much make an outline so I know where to drill it. I also use Sharpie, so you can't really tell because it's black vinyl, but 6 dots for the 6 holes I'm going to be drilling on both sides, so 12 holes in total. And it just makes everything easier. Back when I worked for Epsilon and I was drilling these GT carbon fiber wings, we would use Sharpie to make the holes, to measure everything. So if you guys ever have a GT wing, it's pretty much usually like a universal carbon fiber wing, and it probably has little marks of a black Sharpie, very small little dots. These are a little bit bigger than the ones we would make, just so they know where to measure for each car, because every car is a little bit different. Here's a measurement. I've actually been driving like this for like the last 2 days. I've just been super busy with work and everything, so a little bummy. I'm gonna start drilling right now. No going back now, guys. No going back now, guys. 6 small little holes. Now we're gonna be doing the other side. Made 6 holes, made them a lot bigger, and sadly I actually ended up going through 2 drill bits. I wanted to start off really small, and then I just kept going up and up. Yeah, once these kind of got bent, they just went through and just broke on me. So 2 little drill bits inside there somewhere. Eventually they'll fall out from driving. So after breaking 2 of the drill bits, I ended up remembering that I should probably order some of these. I ordered these on Amazon, and these are step drill bits where it actually just kind of steps and gets bigger and bigger to the size you need, versus these that is just one size fits all. So definitely recommend doing this, and it's not too expensive. These were like $8. As always, guys, when you're working on a car or you're doing any type of drilling or anything in a house or anywhere, always be advised of the things that could be behind the wall or your trunk or whatever part of the car you're working on. And I accidentally damaged one of my wires. This wiring right here that's disconnected is for my light bar that runs across the trunk. And I noticed last night when I went out to get some boba that the light bar wasn't running, and I was like, well, the only times I messed with the electrical was installing the new 4th brake light. I clearly remember the light bar working, so I ended up making these 6 holes, and I feel like I must have pinched a wire or something. So I kind of looked through it, and as you can kind of see, some of the wiring kind of goes through, so maybe when I was making the hole, it might have gone through it. So I popped this part out that normally connects right there. You're able to see right here that I kind of cut through it. So yeah, kind of did a little oopsie right there, so I got to repair it right now. I was able to repair them. I just used these little connectors to have a solder in the middle, and then you just heat them up. I'm just going to be using electrical tape just to wrap this all up so it could be all uniform and all black. Another thing I did was install a mounting bracket, just because I want to make sure that I have the hole correctly lined up. And I also am going to be switching this hardware to the black hardware, I'm going to try out both to see which ones I like better. I'm going to take a picture of both of them. Most likely I'm going to go with the black hardware, which is going to be these right here. I like how the top looks better more than this. But I'm going to be comparing both of them to see which one I like better. I'm also going to be using a little bit RTV sealant on the holes just so no water could get through it because I don't want any water inside the trunk. Another reason why I want to swap them out is because you could kind of see that these bolts are a lot tinier than this one. I feel like maybe with a little bit of a longer bolt, it should be able to hold it in tight a little bit better. And I am going to be swapping the nuts to nylon nuts. And I think they're just going to bolt it in a little bit better so no vibration could loosen the nuts out, which I doubt they will. I kind of chose the worst time to go to this mountain. It's prime time traffic. We got to the top of the mountain, but look at this. But there's so much fog going on. So it's going to make the install process a little bit more sketchier, but it's part of the adventure, right? It's really foggy, guys. I don't think the camera's capturing it, but it's like pretty thick fog. Guys, look at this. You can't see any car coming from this way or this way. This is how the car looks like right now. I was gonna mount these brackets up here in the mountain, but I decided not to just because I wanted to make sure that I sealed these properly from the inside and the outside. You can tell the weather's starting to get colder, so there's a lot of moisture in the air, and I just don't want any water seeping down through the trunk and just rusting anything or damaging anything. I bought little grommets to plug these in, so I'm going to do that at home because I actually forgot them. But everything is sealed with RTV. So we're going to be installing it. I'm just going to take out the little brackets. Probably chose the worst road up here. I think too many cars are passing by, but that's totally fine. The first thing we're going to do is just line everything up, and then we're just going to put all the bolts through it. So I found like the easiest thing is just kind of run all the bolts through it so everything could be lined up perfectly. Pretty much this is the one without the nylon, this one with the nylon, and it kind of has a circular round bit around it where it keeps the nylon in there. The nylon pretty much keeps the bolt from like getting loose since it kind of like threads it in there. With the little Allen key, and you're going to be using a 10mm. Like all these people passing by are like, what is this guy doing? Gotta do what you gotta do sometimes, you know? So I may or may not have dropped a couple bolts inside the trunk, so there might be a little bit of rattling going on. Not too bad. So the wing is mounted. It looks really nice, guys. Let me take off my microfiber towel. Honestly, with the black hardware, it looks a lot better. I feel like this wing probably complements the BRZ body lines the best. There's a lot of other wings out there, but they're a little bit taller. They're a little bit too big for me, which I feel like it would suit the car very good if it was a wide body. But right now in stock body form, I feel like this wing suits the best. It's just in the right amount of angle, and it's the right height, it's the right curvature, and everything that hugs the back of the car really nice and complements the front when you look at it from especially the front point of view. I feel like this car just looks amazing with the wing like this and just like the Epsilon front lip. I feel like the little curvature right there just kind of complements everything. I feel like the only thing I need is maybe some side skirts just to kind of fill in this little area right there. I feel like it will make it look a lot more aggressive. I do have that part wrapped right there in black. I've been having it for like the last 2 years, and I feel like it gives it a very good contrast with a little bit of black and the blue. And I also have my hood painted World Rally blue, and I left the carbon exposed right here. So kind of, once again, more of a black accent with the blue. So not everything's always a positive. I am going to tell you the pros and the cons of this wing. So let's start off with the cons that I already noticed. One, I ordered it from AliExpress, pretty much paid about $500. It arrived, the box was pretty good condition. I'm gonna include some footage with it when I went to go pick it up from the post office. There was no damage in the box. The parts were wrapped really good. And unless they kind of got damaged on the way, which I feel like they might have, or I feel like they might have shipped it already damaged, because there's some areas where there's a little bit of cracks and the clear coat kind of was damaged a little bit. And when I first started working at Epsilon, if you guys didn't know, I worked there for about 6 months. I started working there when Adam was having issues when they shipped out a couple of the Veloster wings and they were damaged on shipping. And it seems like it was the same area where this wing got damaged. It's usually in the corners. So let me show you guys. So this is one area where it came damaged. And I actually used super glue to kind of like seal it up a little bit. And another area was like right here. Another area right here is kind of like where it's prone to crack, because right here is the seam of the carbon. And then over here, it came a little bit of damage, but this seems like it's underneath the clear coat. So once again, I feel like maybe during transport, it got hit and the clear coat kind of got damaged a little bit. And same thing on this side, a little bit of clear coat got damaged. So other than that, the wing is perfectly fine and there's like really no scuffs or anything. Underneath the wing, it's good. All the brackets are fine. There's no damage at all. But honestly, that's not that big of a deal, because my thought process for getting this wing was I was actually going to paint the top part blue, World Rally blue, to match the car. And I was going to leave the bottom part exposed carbon. So to me, it's not that big of a deal that it came with a little bit of blemishes, because once again, that part's gonna get fixed when I paint it World Rally blue. Right now, I'm just running it carbon because I feel like right now, since I have my trunk wrapped black, I feel like it ties it very well. And once I unwrap it, I'm probably gonna want to paint the top part blue just so it could contrast a lot more. And another problem, obviously, when a product comes damaged, you reach out to the company. I did reach out to the supplier that sells through AliExpress. They said they were going to give me a full refund, but I basically had to submit a refund request through AliExpress. I ended up doing that, and AliExpress took forever. Pretty much they took like a week to reply back and tell me that they were only going to issue me a $100 refund. I tried going back and forth, sending them evidence that it came damaged, that it's from the seam and the clear coat, and they still deemed it as basically a $100 refund after, like, I'll say a 2 to 3 week battle. I decided that I'm like, you know what, instead of trying to get a free wing or whatever, that's not my intent. I just wanted at least $200 to maybe fix the clear coat. I'm pretty sure that's how much a shop would charge me out here in the Bay Area. It was one of those situations where you pay what you get, and I'm happy that it's real carbon. I'm happy that it's pretty lightweight and everything looks good, and it's everything bolted up really good. So I'm not complaining. Normally I don't really buy rep products, but I feel like on certain occasions, it's kind of fine to buy rep stuff. If it's like stuff like a front lip where you're kind of breaking it every couple months, then it's okay to buy a replica versus a real one. When I destroyed my STI lip when I went to Tahoe, I was going to actually buy another one, but I hopped on eBay and I found a polyurethane STI style one. And I was like, okay, it's cheaper than the real one. It's polyurethane, so it's going to survive longer. And it was only like $100. So I was like, okay, I'm going to opt for this one before going to the Epsilon one. I feel like sometimes in some certain occasions, it's okay to go for rep stuff. And the $2,500 that I saved that I didn't waste on the real wing, I actually invested into a certain stock. And I'll show you guys a little screenshot of how much I'm profiting. That's not all the money I invested. I obviously had a little bit more in there, but I'm just showing you guys like a rough number of being able to buy stuff that, once again, not a necessity, but you want it because it makes the car look cool, or whatever it is. You want new shoes or Yeezys or whatever, and you're able to do it a smarter way where you're still retaining money, but you're using it to make money. So I bought the wing. I invested the rest of the money that I could have used to buy the real wing into it, and then I profited, I believe it's like this amount. And I'm gonna show you guys the amount, I just don't remember. And I have no signal up here in Skyline right now, especially with all this fog, so I can't look it up. But I know I made pretty much double where I could actually buy 2 of these replica wings, so I could have 3 in total. And it'll still be cheaper than me buying the real one. And I'll still have money in my pocket that I could use to take my girlfriend out to dinner, or that I could use on buying another set of wheels. I've been thinking about buying another set of wheels. I kind of want the NTO3s, Enkis, or even RPF ones. Kind of want to change the look of the car a little bit. Sometimes doing it in a smarter way, you're still able to get the things you like, but you're still not going broke doing it. And that's like the big thing. Don't just be swiping your credit card to buy the mods. I've done that before, so I'm not judging. But I feel like when it comes to YouTube, a lot of these YouTubers are like bigger channels. They don't really tell you how to get your car to look cool, or how to mod your car, or how to get a certain car more financially stable and more responsible. And that's one thing I really hate about YouTubers. It's like they don't really show you. It's like subscribers are supporting the big YouTubers, and I feel like kind of like YouTubers should be more transparent. And that's what I'm trying to be. I'm trying to be as transparent as possible when it comes to, one, modding my car, but 2, my YouTube channel. Right now, I'm not making enough money to be justifying all these car parts, or this car, or trying to get another car, which I'm trying to do, for the amount of money that YouTube's paying me. YouTube does not pay enough to be able to justify having these type of cars and chasing that YouTube dream. you know, I'm being realistic right here. So enough depressing stuff and too much realistic stuff. Let's get into showing you guys how the car looks, driving it, everything. Big test. Damn, it's really on there. And the keen viewers are able to see that I still have silver hardware right here. I ran out of bolts, so I ordered some more. So I'm going to be doing these black. And you're actually able to adjust it a little bit where it tilts up and down a little bit.
I'm taking shots at the enemy. I'm gonna make it to the top, leave a legacy. If I got something to say, you better let me speak. Turn it up a new degree, bitch, you ain't seen anything. I pop off with the new rock, electronic, blow the sonic roof up. I'm too honest when I take a few shots. They're too toxic, need to take a new song. And you cannot save me.
So what do you guys think about the wing? Comment down below. Let me know what you guys think. If you guys like the wing, if you hate the wing, or if you just feel like reps are trash and I should have just bought the real thing. I'm curious to know what you guys think. But honestly, for $500, guys, you can't really beat it. It's a really good deal. Well, that's it for this video, guys. As always, thank you guys for watching. If you guys are interested in some plug and play fog light harnesses for your BRZ or GR86, or if you guys are interested in your mirrors automatically folding in automatically, you don't even have to press a button. It's actually pressing your key and locking your car. It would actually roll your windows up automatically and have them fold in. If you guys are interested in any of that and you guys want to place an order, I do make that, and I will have links down below in the description for you guys to place an order. I usually ship it out pretty quick. Thanks guys for watching, and as always, hit that subscribe button, guys. Thank you for the support and for watching the videos. And I'm actually going to be doing a giveaway where I'm going to be giving away rear spats from Epsilon. So stay tuned for that giveaway video. I'm going to be doing it probably next video. And as always, guys, thanks for watching. Good vibes. Until next time. Peace.